Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Well, it was the Golden State Warriors winning their last game against the Spurs. And, of course, that game going to overtime, a very exciting finish there, but they stayed strong to the end and pulled it off.
And that was not an easy game for them. I mean, they barely hung on at the end of regulation before they were able to pull it out in overtime.
And it could turn out to be one of their biggest wins of the season. I mean, just because of the way they came through when it mattered most. That's clutch play that could serve them well going forward.
Now Golden State's starting five. He has the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Durant is out there with Green, and it's Pachulia in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And Zaza Pachulia, for my money, has been one of the toughest players in the league. He's got a boxer's mentality. Even his face looks a little bit like a boxer's. He doesn't have the quick twitch muscles of some guys, but his power and effort consistently stand out.
And the basket good. Towns has got his first basket. On defense, Minnesota coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. No good off the back of the rim for Minnesota. They've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Wiggins outside. There's a screen. T kicks to Wiggins. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Gibson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And the wide open shot from Green. And the Warriors miss again.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
On the wing, Wiggins, defended by Durant.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And that one's good.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Teague drives in, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. You just watch Jeff Teague. He's a natural scorer. Clark, he's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10 in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well. You can tell he's starting to really figure it out, and the game is slowing down for him.
And so Teague hits 2 free throws.
And Teague's also athletic. You know, sometimes you forget that. I mean, this guy's got the tools also to be a terrific defender. And I still think he's developing consistency at that end of the floor. Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Minnesota leading by 6. Right side, Gibson. He kicks it to Wiggins. They get it back. The Warriors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And again, no good by Golden State. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Gibson the screen. Deflects the pass. Back to Wiggins. Outside Teague, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
Gorgie Dangs checked in for Minnesota. Then for the Warriors, JaVale McGee's checked in for Pachulia. Iguodala comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Livingston in for Curry. The kick outside to Butler. Shot clock at 2, and it's good on the way in. Butler's got 6 points.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on, yet he's made it and made it big.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Hill, he's checked in for Gibson. Muhammad comes in for Jimmy Butler, and it's Crawford in for Teague. Goes up again, and it's good on the layup.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. Went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much, Greg, a part of his game now.
And Kevin, the talent was there. And most of all, as we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions, finally transferred to a major college, and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick.
Wiggins kicks to Hill. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Over to the wing. 5 on the clock. There's Crawford with the 3. The rebound by Young. Warriors trail by 4. Here's Livingston. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Jamal Crawford picks one up. When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark 4th back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
Jones checked in for Wiggins.
And getting back to Livingston, he's had comeback after comeback. I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guards.
Hill kicks to Zhang. Pass to Muhammad. Crawford outside, and he gets it to go. Crawford's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Warriors trail by 5. Now let's find out what head coach Steve Kerr had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, he basically wants to put a ton of pressure on the ball when the other guys are bringing it up the court. He anticipates plenty of opportunities to create steals and turn them into easy points on the opposite end, freeing up their offense a bit, Kev.
Okay, thank you, Doris. And the defensive approach, guys, how do you think that'll play out here?
You know, sounds like they'd like to keep this a low-scoring affair. This could be one of those